Yes, so Sikal students. So today we will discuss velocity time graphs, right? So first we will discuss the graph uh, of a vehicle which is moving with a constant velocity. Constant velocity u. So when I'm talking about velocity time graph, obviously on the y-axis I will take velocity and its unit is meter per second. On the x-axis I will take any student time in seconds. Okay, so this is my origin 0 0. So now I want to draw the velocity time graph. Now since the vehicle is moving with a constant velocity, let us say that velocity is 30 meter per second. Okay, so now let's say every division represents 5 meter per second. So this will be 5, this will be 10, 20, and this will be 30 meter per second. Am I right? This point. So now when the velocity is 30 meter per second, let us say there is a person sitting, this is a car, let's say, and there's a person sitting next to driver. He is having a stopwatch. So at any time he switch on the stopwatch. So at that time the time is t is equal to 0. After that he takes the reading of the speedometer of the car. What is the velocity after 5 seconds, then 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. So at every time when he will see the reading of the speedometer of the car, students, what will be the reading of the speed at t is equal to 5 seconds? Anyone? What will be the reading? Any student?
60 meter per second.
No, no, not 60. I have already told the car is moving with a constant velocity. Constant velocity means the velocity is not changing. So at 5 seconds, what will be the velocity of the car? The car is moving with a constant velocity, already told
30 meter per second.
30. So at 0 seconds means when he press the button of the stopwatch. At that time, it is 30 meter per second. After 5 seconds, what will be the speed on the speedometer? Any student?
30.
30, because the car is moving with constant velocity. The velocity is not changing. After 10 seconds, what will be the velocity?
30 meter per second.
After 15 seconds,
30 meter per second.
after 20 seconds, again the velocity will
20,
be
30.
30 meter
Same.
per second. Why? Because the car is moving with
Is moving at constant velocity.
constant velocity. You are not, the driver is not pressing the accelerator. The driver is not pressing the race. Neither he is decreasing the race. So the velocity is constant. The velocity of the car depends upon how fast we press the lever. Velocity increases. When we release the lever, the velocity decreases. So what will happen? Now I am going to plot all these points. So what is my first point? My t is on x-axis. T is 0. This is 0. At 0, what is my y point on y-axis? Is u, that is velocity I have taken on y-axis. You have seen that this is my y-axis. Now this is my x-axis. So first point is 0, 30. This is my first point, 0, 30. I will point it, this is 0, this is 30. The knowledge of coordinate geometry tells me this is the first point, right? Second point is what? Any student? What is the time when I want to point the second point?
5 seconds.
And what is the velocity?
30 meter per second.
30 meter per second. So now I will take the time also. Na? So time, let's say, is this is the time. This is let's say 5 seconds. This is 10 seconds, then 15, and this is 20 seconds. Okay, so first point I have plotted, second point is 5:30. 5:30, second point will be this. Third point is 10:30. It will be this. Fourth point is 15:30. This, and next point is 20:30. So students, what I observe, interesting thing what I observe, that when I join all the points, when I join all these points, what I am getting? Any student?
Straight line.
When I am getting a straight line. So this straight line is representing what? What this straight line is showing? It is showing velocity, time,
Graph.
graph of a car moving with, yes, side note saying, moving with,
constant velocity.
very good, constant velocity. Good student. So, constant velocity, and what is the value of the constant velocity? U is equal to 30 meter per second. Okay. So, I've observed that this graph or this straight line is parallel to x-axis. It's parallel to x-axis. On x-axis, I have taken time. Okay. So it's very interesting to note uh, what is this point. Can anyone tell? If I want to know, this is the graph which can help me to understand the velocity at any time during the travel of the car. So suppose, can I tell what is the time corresponding to this point? What is the time corresponding to this point? So this is 5,
7.
10, so it will be 7.5 second. Can anyone tell me what will be the velocity corresponding to this point? Simply go up and try to touch the straight line. So this is the point asking. So what will be the velocity corresponding to 7.5 second?
30 meter per second.
Correct. That means whatever is the time, regardless of whatever is the time, the velocity is constant, that is 30 meter per second. Students, let us try to find out acceleration between the time interval 10 to 20 seconds. Acceleration is always found in the time interval 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, why? Because acceleration is equal to delta V by delta T. What is delta T, students? V2 minus V1. V2 is final velocity. V1 is initial velocity divided by T2 minus T1. What is T2, students? Final time. What is T1? Initial time.
Initial time.
So in this case, what will be the acceleration? What is the value for V2? I am taking time 10 to 20. So V2 will be the velocity at 20 seconds. What is the velocity at 20 seconds? V2,
30 meter per second.
30. What is the velocity at V1? V1 is 10 seconds. This is the interval I have taken, 10 to 20 seconds. So that is also 30. Divided by what is T2 minus T1? T2 is 20 seconds. T1 is 10 seconds, 10 to 20. This time interval I have taken. This is my delta T. Delta T is equal to 10 seconds. 20 second minus 10 second. So this is equal to, students, 30 minus 30. The velocity is not changing. The final velocity you represent by V2 or you can represent by Vf is same. So 30 minus 30 is 0. 0 divided by 20 minus 10. 10 is equal to what is acceleration? Yes, students, what is the acceleration?
0.
0 meter per second square.
Correct.
0 meter per second square.
Correct. Monrose is right. 0 meter per second square. Why this square? Because acceleration is equal to velocity by time. What is the unit of velocity? Meter per second. What is the unit of time? Second. This is equal to meter per second into second. Well, this is equal to meter per second square. Okay.
Square.
So this is the acceleration between 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, students.